My name is Preeti Palvankar, and I am manager for educational technology in information services. And my main job and what I'm going to talk about today is primarily Blackboard. So just raise up your hands, tell me how many people have heard of Blackboard or used Blackboard in the past. Oh, goody, I like that number. So it'll be really quick and short then. So we're located in Stewart Hall, which is close by where ICE Arena is. And I'll talk a little bit about what we do, what Blackboard can do for you, and what support services are offered at Kent State. So real quick, just for those who have never used Blackboard or may have used it only as a student, Blackboard is our official learning management system at Kent State University. It is not mandatory to use, so if you're teaching an online course or hybrid course, a face-to-face course, it's not mandatory to use it, but it is a very good tool, a very good resource for you. It's freely available, so if you log into Blackboard today, you will be able to go in and look at your courses that you're taking as a student, or that you're assigned to teach as a TA or as an instructor. So it's there, it's freely available, there's no charge for it, and there's a lot of other resources in Blackboard. Like Dr. Dees mentioned in the morning, FPDC has their own page that you can go access. Library has their own resources in Blackboard. So there's a lot of these other resources outside of just real courses that our faculty, our instructors, our departments use it for. So it's there, it's available, and if you're going to be a teacher in the future, if that's what you want to do, it is a very good tool to have in your repertoire and put it on your resume, put it on your portfolio that you know how to use Blackboard. It's a pretty big tool in the market out there, and a large number of faculty use it everywhere. So it's good to know what it is and what it does. Our main job is to make sure that we are providing support because it's a very big tool. Almost 50% of our courses or sections will use Blackboard. So we spend a lot of time doing training, workshops, and supporting our faculty or anyone who's teaching using Blackboard. So what you can do is a primary source for help that Tom Mahan yesterday probably talked about. We are in the umbrella of information services. So you can call the help desk 24/7, 672-HELP. You can go to support.ken.edu and submit a ticket. So if you have any problems with Blackboard, you can go in and we will provide help for that. And then we do a lot of training. And even if you want a small group training for your group of people, let's say you are all TAs in one college or one department, we will come in and do a special training for you. It will be customized to what your needs are, what tools you're going to be using. So you can always make an appointment with us on ken.edu/Blackboard. Other DL resources, if you are either taking an online course, if you're teaching an online course, you're supporting a faculty member who is teaching an online course, you can go to ken.edu/DL, and they have really wonderful resources for policies or best practices or just general resources on how to incorporate those into your Blackboard course. So DL is a very good resource for that type of information. Like I mentioned, we spend a lot of time updating our website, which is ken.edu/Blackboard. There is a lot of tutorials, materials for your students, for faculty. There is a workshop schedule. So we do workshop pretty much on a daily basis. We have some workshop or the other on different topics. So please go in there and spend some time, look at the resources. You can link to these resources into your courses as well. So if you are going to use certain tools and you want students to know or learn how to use a Blackboard, you can link to our site as well. And again, I would encourage you all to come to our workshop. They're usually hour and a half, not longer than that. So it'll be a very quick way for you to come in and learn. And if those workshops don't fit into your schedule, again, you can please make an appointment with us. One of our staff members will sit down with you, go over everything that you need to learn. A lot of things, I just want to give you a very quick overview of how faculty use Blackboard, because some of you may or may not have assignments yet. You may not know what what is expected. A large part of what faculty do with Blackboard is uploading content. So it could be your syllabus, it could be your weekly lectures, it could be content that you found, for example, in the library, so e-reserves, any content that you want to link to. And Blackboard is sort of a storage system for your content. The content could exist anywhere. It could be on YouTube, it could be anywhere. You could have found something great on SlideShare. You can incorporate all the material from all over the place and make it accessible for the students. And a large part of what DL will also do is it'll give you guidelines on how to make that easy for your students, because your aim is to make sure that your students can get to the material easily. And all new generation students, they expect their materials to be online. Whether you're teaching a fully face-to-face class, you'll go into class the first day, they will say, where is my material? They don't want you bringing handouts to the class. And you probably don't expect to sit there and print 100 copies of your syllabus. You just throw it up online. You can log into the classroom and show them this is where your material is. This is where I'm going to put up the content. So it's very good for sharing content with your students. The other things you can do is you can do online tests. You can do online assignments, because especially if you're teaching or helping somebody teach a class that's large, you don't want to deal with assignments in your email. If you have 100 students emailing you assignments, you cannot keep track of who's sending you materials, what time, what date, if somebody is late. So Blackboard is really, really good. It will have time-stamped who's submitting content, at what time, what date. You can send it back to them. You can just grade it online right there within Blackboard and send it back to them. So it makes the life very easy. And then you can assign content or tests to students who maybe need extra time. You can give them extra time on the fly. You don't have to make copies of tests and bring it to the class. So there's a lot of administrative tools. You can show and hide your course content. You can make it visible only to certain groups of students. And if you have group activities, you can make groups online, and you can assign activities to students in group just online. So it's a very powerful tool. It offers a lot of administrative tools for you as an instructor, makes your life much easier. So I would encourage you to please come into one of our workshops, at least get an overview and see how you can use it in your classroom. The other thing I mentioned earlier is support.kin.edu. It is a very, this is something where we rely heavily on, because users, whenever they have issues, whether it's student, faculty, or staff, they can go and submit a ticket, and we will try to resolve it within 24 hours. So as soon as we get the ticket, we'll try to help you out, or we'll call you back, email you, whatever your preference might be. So that's a very good resource. You can also go back and look at, on the very top right, you can see what tickets you have opened, what the status is, so you can keep a check on that as well. So if somebody hasn't responded on time, you can go back and put in a comment and say, where's my ticket, or what is going on with my issue. Other thing, how you can log into Blackboard. So as soon as you go into Flashline, on the top right, you will see a button, Blackboard button right up on the top. So you or your students can go in and log in today, and you can look at all your courses. So it's right there available for you in your Flashline page. This week, next week, we are going to have a lot of drop-in sessions, and this is something we do every semester to help our faculty or TAs, whoever's teaching, when they're coming back the first week of classes, sometimes they're struggling, they just don't know how to get started. So 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock every day of the week next week, we will be setting up shop at the library reference desk. As soon as you walk in right up front, there's a tech support desk there, so we will be there, and we will be in Whitehall in room 217, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock every day of the week next week. So if you have any questions, if over the weekend, if you go in and you have been assigned to teach, stop in and visit us, and we will be able to help you. We'll have our laptops. You can bring your laptop if you want. We'll show you what you need to do with your course. The other thing is, again, you can always come to our workshops. You can always come and drop in. We're in Stuart Hall, so if you do want to, nothing fits in your schedule, just drop in real quick, even if it's for 10, 15 minutes. We'll help you out with whatever your questions and concerns might be. So that's what we're doing for next week. This afternoon, I just want to give you a quick reminder. We have 2 sessions this afternoon for Blackboard. So we are going to go over, give you a more detailed overview of what Blackboard can do and what the capabilities are. And we'll share these resources again with you. But I want to wish you all the good luck, and please enjoy your stay at Kent State. Thank you.